Okay, so I did mess this up, and it's going to throw it off. So you see how I'm gonna show you on an existing wand with the designs already in there. So you see how I made the line there and a line there? What you'll do is you'll find each one of these dots. Let me find one. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you as best as I can. Okay, I don't know how well you can see, but if the lines go this way, then the next one will go that way. And you'll just keep doing it all the way around. Now, you can see here how I did that. Okay, so when you get the whole design drawn out, now this will sand off, so it doesn't matter, just, don't do too much. So after you get that, when you're up here, so let's say that this was completely finished. So you don't want to go, you only want to make the lines when there's 4, like a diamond. So I'm doing a horrible job, guys. I'm sorry. But when you stop up here, what you'll do is, I'll upload a better video later, but see how I did that? Okay, so when you cut this with the cutting wheel, you will only cut on the lines, and it will come out like this. Then you take a Dremel, and you see these dead squares? I call it dead space. What you're going to do is you're going to take it. Let's say this is the Dremel tip. Now, the piece you're going to look for, the tip, is going to look like something like this, but it'll have cutting bezels, or bevels, whatever, on the top. And it'll look like a round tip. So then you'll take it, and when you get these all cut, you'll take the Dremel, and you'll trace and cut out the dead space all the way around. And if you want to make the handle hollow, or whatever part you want it to be hollow, you'll just keep going in deeper, a little bit deeper each time you do one of these dead spaces. And eventually, it's going to hollow itself out. Now, how I did this was I did this, but I didn't mark a whole X. I followed it all like around, and I have a picture that I had uploaded in a previous post where it showed that on this wand. And then I took the sanding wheel for the Dremel, and I slowly followed the line. You don't want to go too deep, because once you go too deep, it's going to affect the wand, and it's going to start making it curve. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but it's crooked. But it's because I went too deep on the spiral here. And so what that does is it makes the wand start to go like that. And you don't want that. You want a perfectly straight wand. You don't want to. And this, so I have a term called too much noise. I don't like my wands to be having too much noise. And it is possible to totally destroy, well, not really destroy, but it'll destroy the wand because there's too much noise for your eyes to focus on anything. So you only want one or maybe two pieces of like artwork. Okay, so that's perfect. And now when you don't go too deep, this is what you get. But, okay, so when you start going deeper and deeper, that's what happens. It just, like, I didn't even drill. Now, when I first started trying this, I did drill down the middle because I thought you had to in order to hollow out the wand. That's simple. It's perfect. All my wands are about 13, 14 inches long. And like, here's an example. It's not too much noise, but you see that curve? It started to curve a little bit, but I quit. And so it's acceptable. Now, this right here, okay. When you get a Dremel kit, a polishing kit, a lot of times they'll come with a polishing medium. It's a paste that you put on. It's for polishing metal and that. But what I discovered was that you can rub the paste onto a regular piece of wood. And I have literally not seen anybody talking about this. Now, I had a red polishing medium that came in my first kit. It was a little tub that it was in. Now, I took it and I rubbed it all over the wand, like completely 100%, and it made it dark red. Then you take the polishing wheels and you'll polish it. And what it does is it gives a reddish sheen to the wood that you can't get with any, well, I mean, you probably can with other products, but it'd turn this color to this color. And then I just covered it up, sprayed a clear coat over it. So this should stay good. And I did the same for this one. See how it's reddish? And it started off this color. These are all made from branches that I collected. See what I mean? See the difference? None of my wands are painted. Well, I mean, this one is, but that was in the beginning. Ever since, this is not a painted wand. It's a polished wand. And this is one of my straightest wands that I made from a stick. Now, what I did was, started experimenting with dowel rods. And that's how I ordered this. This was an 18-inch long, 3/4 thick dowel. Now, I was trying to figure out how to get dowel rod jigs because I don't really know how to make dowel rods. Now I do. So what I did was I got dies from a tap and die set. I bought these individual. Now when you start off with 3/4 inch thickness of a wand, that's the perfect size to start with, because then you can control whether you have a handle that's bigger than the shaft or whatever, or like it don't even have to be much. So the dies will make it one size under what it is. So like this is a 5/8 die, but the size that the wand comes out under is 9/16. So to get 3/4, you would have to be, I'm not sure what the size is. What's the next size up over 3/4? So like 1/2 inch, you'd have to use a 9/16 die to get a 1/2 inch thick wand. And all I do is clamp this in a clamp, and then I drive the dowel rod through it. I attach it to a drill with a socket. I pound the socket on there, and then I put it on the drill, and then I run it through. And it'll cut it down. And then I would recommend going one size over what it is that you want the final thickness to be, because you want to be able to sand it, because it will leave thread grooves, because it is a threading tool. And so you'll then take a piece of sandpaper while it's still attached to the drill after you get this where you want it to be, and you'll hold it. Like, let's say this is sandpaper. You'll hold it really good, and then you'll just run the drill, and then you'll move your hand up and down, up and down. And what that'll do is it'll sand out and smooth out. Now this is from a branch, it's not a dowel rod, so it's not as straight, but you'll get smoothed off wood, so it's easier to work with. I really hope that this little bit of video information will help some of you guys out on how you want to do your wands. I've had a couple comments where, I think I said in the beginning of the video, where their knot work or their weave work isn't as good as they would like it to be. But the reason behind that is you just don't know the trick yet. Like, I learned the basket weave trick first, and then I took it into the knot work. And I knew there was a trick to the knot work, but I couldn't figure it out. And I just had to find the right video. But I'm making this video because I don't want to send links and stuff. I want to be able to put everything that somebody needs to know inside the video. So if you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up. Ask me questions. I don't mind helping anybody, because like I said, I didn't have anybody. I had to figure this out all by myself. And if I knew somebody that would give me pointers or would teach me or help me out, I could have got better a lot quicker. But that's where we are. And you can do different kinds of designs. I mean, the one wand in the picture that's broken, the one that's the other color like this, is because I didn't know. This is called Padock. This is a softer wood than Purple Heart. Purple Heart was able to take the hollowing out. Padock was not. And it just broke right in half. Like literally right in my hand. I was finished up the last hole and it just broke. So that was a waste wand. So I really hope I helped you guys out. Hope it wasn't too confusing. I hope it was all pretty easy to understand. If anybody has any questions, like I said, hit me up. I'll do the best I can to help you out.